how confident are you that you'd go to heaven if you died right now?
You know, I don't think it's my place to give a number, which sounds like a cop-out, but I'm doing my absolute best. I'm doing my absolute best to do good in this world. I have absolute faith in the resurrection of Jesus Christ, which I quoted earlier as the cornerstone to Christianity. I don't feel like I go to church on Sundays to try to move my point score along. I don't believe I pray to move my point score along. I'm very careful when I pray not to ever ask for anything personally for myself, just to ask for things like strength and wisdom to help me deal with the situations that I find myself in. I don't live in a way that I'm trying to shift this needle, so I've never thought about what my position on it is going to be, because I feel like God knows the truth of all of our hearts, and it's his place to judge us ultimately.
So I personally feel like a 10. And
but if I were to guess your number, I'd probably say 10 too. Like,
okay.
I'm talking about me. Like, my life hasn't always been so perfect.
Well, I said, me either. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm broken. And the reason why I asked and said that is because you said something that. So I like to ask that question to everyone under the sun, whether we're in the street or whatever. And the typical answer is like, I'm a 7. I'm a 7. Like, people always land at 7 or 6 or 8, and I'm like, why is that? And they go, well, I've just made mistakes, and whatever I've done wrong. And I noticed you saying like, I don't go to church because I'm trying to move the needle and things like that. And the reason why I say I'm a 10 is because I neither of us can do anything to get into heaven. It's about what Jesus has done. Exactly. That's why, that's where I get my confidence from, is Jesus. And me doing good things are a byproduct of my love for him, like we talked about earlier. There's a cool analogy where it's, I don't know if you're a big sports guy, but well, let's use sports as an example.
Sure.
Let's say we had 2 courtside tickets to the Los Angeles Lakers basketball game.
Yep.
And I gave you those 2 courtside tickets, and you went to Crypto Arena and you scan the tickets, and you went up there, and the security guy's gonna stop me. He's gonna like, wait a second, like, why are you trying to get courtside? And you're gonna be like, well, I got tickets. And you're gonna be like, well, where'd you get those tickets? And you're gonna be like, well, Bryce gave them to me. They were a gift, and that's why I get to sit courtside. And I'm like, in the same way, like, Christ is the ticket. Like, I can't look at God at the heavenly gates and go, well, I prayed a bunch, and look at all the podcasts I did for you, and look at all this. That's Matthew chapter 7, and Jesus says, depart from me, I never knew you. Because people put so much faith in the things that they do rather than in the one who has done it.
Well, I'm on the same page as you there. I'm on the absolute same page as you.
Come on.
And I think we covered that earlier when I did say, like, people go to church, etc. However, they cannot explain in 2 or 3 sentences why they have faith in Jesus' resurrection. I'm like, well, that's the cornerstone.
Yep.
So forget everything else.
Yep.